bringing you your December tarot scopes. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope November treated you well. Hope you've seen those 2018 videos that I have already posted up there for you. If you're interested in one of those, please hit me up at arianaluciano@gmail.com or on the gram at arianaluciano. So let's talk about December. What's going on? Today is December 1st. Super excited about what it has to bring for us. On the 3rd, we have the full moon in Gemini. There's also a video talking about that too. You should check it out. Interesting energy that we have going on. Then we have a new moon entering into Sagittarius on the December 18th. On the 19th, Saturn will be moving into Capricorn, as well on the 21st, the Sun moves into Capricorn. On the 22nd, Mercury finally goes direct, and I'm sure we will all be glad. Communication will improve, travel will improve just in time for the holidays. And on the 25th, Venus is going to enter into Capricorn. So with all of this energy that's out there, I think that it's going to be really important for us to slow down a little bit, look at the things that we've accomplished this year, give ourselves a good pat on the back, and kind of start thinking about what we need to start doing for this new year coming up. Instead of waiting until New Year's Eve, let's start planning now. Let's look at what's going on now and how to harness this energy. So with that being said, there's also some changes that will be coming to my channel. There will be some difference in prices, so be sure to click on the description box to see what's going on with that. My prices will continue at the same rate for the rest of December, and they will change in January. So let's see what the cards have for us today. And this will be for a whole, just kind of looking at a general energy that we have. Let me turn them this way so I won't look. Exploration. This is going to be a month of really looking at the path in front of us, seeing what's ahead of us, where we're going, what we're doing, and how we can do things differently. You see the compass at the top of the card? You have to use your moral compass. Capricorn is in full effect. You know he's the big daddy of the planetary system. So you got to get yourself together, baby. Get it together. Find your path. Choose what works for you. Have lots of unconditional love for yourself and for others. And with all of that, big hugs, fam. Be blessed. Have a safe holiday. And if you're interested in a read, hit me up. I am looking forward to connecting with you guys. Be blessed. Thank you so much for all your likes, your shares, and subscribes, and this big, huge spike that we're having. So with that being said, happy holidays, and thank you. Hello, Taurus. It's Ariana, your tarot life coach, bringing you your December tarot scopes, big baby. I hope you guys are doing super great and freaking fantabulous. All right. I do apologize for my voice. It is going in and out. I have been making videos nonstop all day, personal and for YouTube. So I think I'm just losing my voice a little bit. So bear with me if it goes in and out. So fam, big hugs, lots and lots of love, high fives, and some damn dirty motherfucking shoulder rubs. Ow! So good to be back, Taurus. So good to be back. I hope you are doing well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you will like to share, like it, or maybe even subscribe to it. Who knows, whatever you're feeling, big baby. All right, let's jump into our read and let's look at our animal power, our power animal for the month. All I can say is when these cards came out, I was like, oh, wow, that's a lot of tiger energy. Like, oh, damn. But I had to sit here for a little bit and kind of really study what each tiger represented for you and the power behind both aspects of this. So your power animal for the month is the tiger, but this is healing the immune system, cleaning the environment, and that's a big thing for you. I think there's a lot of cleaning you need to do, Taurus, and not just in your home, but on the inside and in your mind and in just emotional healing and detoxing that needs to be going on. The emphasis is going to be on your raw feelings and emotions, being confident, trusting your intuition, having lots of willpower and courage. You're probably going to be dealing with that part of you that you normally hide. Whenever the tiger comes up, we're dealing with shadow energy. So be prepared, because this is going to be a time that you kind of pull back and you start observing a lot of what's going around you. Be aware of aggression and being aggressive towards people. Trust your confidence. I can't push that enough. This is also about sensuality, passion, and beauty, being the master of your domain over there. You see him laying down. He's like, I got this. I don't need you, okay? Now, this is also about spirit guide assistance, letting you know that you are a healer, and that's probably why you need to get your shit together and kind of clean house and wreck shop, okay? Now, this is for protection. This is for guidance, though. But also in relationships, there might be a higher sex drive coming on when the tigre sale, you know, when the tiger comes out, he wants to play, baby. This is very intense energy, okay? Night vision. I always consider this very important. The cat can see at night. There are things that you need to see occurring, okay? Now, the energy for your power animal, he's like straight chilling. He's looking at what's going on. He's taking note, but he's not reacting. Okay, so I kind of feel like you have like a lot of pent up aggression, because mentally the tiger that's coming through for you, and although these are two different cards with two different meanings, I'm feeling like the tiger inside of you mentally, you're like on the prowl. You're like circling that prey, baby. You're about to jump up and get something. You already got your eye on what you want. This tiger is about leadership. This is coming into your calling, okay? So some of y'all are really experimenting with that. You might have gotten a new job. You might be starting something new. But you're like, I'm a leader, and I know I'm a leader, but I just don't know which sense I'm going to lead in. Did I press my timer? Hold on. Okay, there we go. You know, I'll talk forever. So when I'm thinking about this leadership thing, you need to trust that you're capable of doing everything that you have been put yourself into doing. So I'm going to reflect a little bit with you guys. I am taking a leadership course in my company, right? And we had to do this inventory of like the 24 leadership skills, or skills that we rate ourselves on. I was so disappointed in my top skill, and I'm still processing it, and I was very upset that my top skill as a leader was freaking humor. I was so upset, and I was like, how can I lead with humor? How can that be a leadership skill? And then it was like kindness. I was like, how many leaders do I know are humorous and kind? I'm never going to get to the top. But those were the skills that I was blessed with, and I've got to accept them. I'm still working on it, and I'm still processing it. However, whatever it is that you have in mind, or that you have been placed to do, Taurus, that is where you're supposed to be. You are a leader. You are a natural leader. You are a natural healer. But sometimes you've got to focus that energy on yourself. And I kind of feel like that's what this month is about. There's one part in the description that they give is like, fear and doubt's going to come up in you, right? But don't let that move you from your purpose. Be willing to take calculated risks with passion, okay? Others are looking towards you for guidance. You are like somebody's strength out there, okay? You're like El Gato Grande. My goodness. Look at you, you sexy cat. Anyways, you're the star of the show, Taurus. So people are waiting for what you're doing, and it's important that you lead with dignity and pride. And if you look at that tiger, he's like coming at you. So that's the kind of approach to take mentally. And this is about sensuality, passion, clairvoyance, gracefulness, focus, healing, sexuality. It's like being on the prowl, okay? Now, physically, what you got going on, baby, you need to go take a shower. Just like, we're looking at this purification card by Sacred Power, by Anna Stark. And in this card, he's looking at all of this water. And water is a conduit of cleansing, right? You got baptisms, you take a shower, you know, you wash your fruits and vegetables. Water is to purify. Water is to cleanse. Okay. So cleansing your environment and personal space is what this card is all about. The number is 23 in this deck. So you take that down to a 5. I feel like you are clearing some karmic debris right now. And sometimes when we're doing that, it's not the most pleasant. People talk about spiritual enlightenment like, oh, I went on top of a mountain and I prayed for 9 days and I feel great. No, you didn't feel great up there in that damn mountain. You were thinking about other shit on that mountain. You were fighting yourself. You know, spiritual enlightenment isn't what they try to sell you all the time. It isn't that, oh, it was so great. No, it's great at the end, but it's almost like a plot twist. You go in thinking it's going to be a supernatural experience. You're super, super excited. And then you're like, well, what the hell's going on? I wasn't ready for this. I'm not ready for this. It's like on that roller coaster. When you get on, you're like, ah, and then you see that edge and you're like, oh shit, oh no. And then you're like, whoa, that was a lot of fun, right? That's kind of what it is. So yes, it's about cleansing and getting rid of stuff and making sure that your mind and your body, soul are connected, ready to go and on to the next show. Clear any unwanted energy by focusing on your emotional balance. This is going to be an important month for you to eat healthy, drink lots of water, purify from the inside out. Sleep patterns are going to be important. Making sure that, like, if you have a whole bunch of crap in your house that you don't even use anymore, but somebody else could use it, donate that stuff. Get rid of it. If you have stuff from past relationships that are just sitting up in that house, go give them to Goodwill. Go give them to the Salvation Army. Go give them to people down the street. Have a garage sale. Do something, but get rid of the stuff you don't need. Get rid of the people you don't need. Get rid of that thought process you've been dealing with that's taking your courage that you don't need, okay? It also recommends spending time near running water. So maybe going out by a river, a stream, a lake, if you're by the ocean, and just having that time of meditation to just kind of get some answers, get some different insight. That's how physically you're going to want to treat yourself. And you might just want to treat yourself and go to the damn spa, get your facial. Do something that tells your body that you're honoring your body just as well as what you're putting into it and what you're thinking, okay? Now, on a soul level, you have deep knowing. So you have this mysticism, you have this power of the shaman almost, basically, with tiger energy. Tiger's usually the totem animal for a shaman, they say. However, tiger energy mixed with this owl energy, it's like you already know what you got to do, Taurus. You already know. And it's attributed to the number 43. So this is a 7. 7 is all about, like, for me, it's angelic. It's a powerful number. 7 is just a very, very powerful number. But know that you have the ability to read between the lines, to see the gray and the black and the white. You are able to put things together, catch people in lies, do all kinds of stuff, Taurus. You got some good energy, okay? Now, in relationships, you just know that you met somebody important. Okay, if you haven't met them yet, they're coming. You know, you will know when they're there. Okay, and I kind of like the way that has the moon in the front and then like another little planet in the back, and it's almost like an alignment is about to happen in your life. That's what I pick up, like an alignment. You're gonna clean house, wreck shop, get your stuff together, pull it together, looking all sexy like a tiger, and then you're gonna attract what's supposed to be there for you. Whether it's a person, whether it's a job, but you're getting your stuff in order, okay? Now, and all of this is about trusting your intuition. So I kind of feel like intuitively, before you even turn this on, before you even checked out this YouTube channel, you are already thinking something about this month. You're on point. Don't second guess yourself. See, we do that even when we take standardized tests. I always tell my students, like, why did you erase it so many times? Go with the first one. Deductive reasoning. Then go with that. And they're like, but I was so afraid I was going to get it wrong. I'm like, well, that's when you start doubting yourself. And so we go through all these test-taking skills and all this process until we learn that that first moment that you felt something, that first moment you thought it was right, that is it. That is right. And that is your higher self. That is your intuition. That is your spirit guide. That is you, baby, telling yourself something is not right or this is just right. So trusting your instincts is going to be very, very important this month. All right. Now, let's see what the Babylonian Tarot has for you, Taurus. I'm super, super excited. And let's bless the deck together. Saints Until bless this deck for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of December. Show us the energy that you have going on for them and any other messages you'd like to bring to the table. Thank you. All right, rolling a 4. And I'm cutting the deck. And so I have the Lovers reversed, which is attributed to Gemini, with the 4 of Wands right here, which is like family celebrations. So I kind of feel like we might be turning down some offers this month. We might be afraid that we're making the wrong decisions, afraid that we're not building the foundations. I feel like there's a lot of, what is it called? Like, not fear, but it's like insecurities possibly. Like, oh my gosh, I hope I made the right choice. I hope I made the right decision. And you're always second guessing everything, that it makes it practically impossible to move forward, okay? But Taurus, I remember your 2018 read. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. OMG, all I got to say is whatever was taken away, it's coming back. I just feel like you're just going to reclaim everything, everything. And this is the month that's going to prepare you, because you're going to get rid of all that doubt, rid of all that stuff, and you're going to move forward like a tiger. All right, another 4. Okie dokie. In the past, we have the 10 of Cups. In the present, we have the man and the baby, Genesis. Then we have victory. Then we have strength. Holy moly free holies. The 8 of Pentacles reversed. So you do have quite a bit of anxiety this month. Overall energy is the 9 of Pentacles reversed, okay? And let me just say, just because a card is reversed doesn't always make it negative. And a lot of times it depends on the cards around it, and some cards are even better reversed, okay? So let's look at this. Immediately I say you have anxiety because I see these 2 8s next together, but next to each other. This is what happens when you only have 1 cup of coffee. I need to have about 2 or 3 more, and then I'll be on point, right? Now, I'm saying that anxiety, you're going to win over it. Okay, and you might be having, you might even be dealing with a fire sign, possibly a Leo, because of all this cat energy, or it's time for you to harness that energy of a Leo and move forward, okay? So we have this 10 of Cups energy coming through for you in the past. Everything was fucking copacetic, I guess, Taurus. Things were going your way. You got some good news. Family's doing good. Or this is your hopes and your dreams of what you're waiting for. Now, in the present, I kind of feel like you're birthing something new. And this is why we got to purify. This is why we got to be strong. And this is why we got to see in the darkness. Because Genesis is a trump card in this deck. Genesis is like, in the beginning, Taurus made blah, 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 blah. Okay? So you're the one in control of that. And I strongly believe in narrative therapy. I believe that we are the authors of our life. I believe that we collaborate, co-create. We can get great prompts and ideas. But ultimately, we are in control of our own lives. Okay? And Genesis is kind of telling you, like, yes, you can have all that beauty over here. We can have this victory. We can have this strength, but we've got to be willing to learn some new skills. And that's kind of where Taurus is kind of falling off on the meter right now, because you want this 9 of Pentacles upright, right? But you're getting it reversed because we got to learn some new skills first. So it's kind of like going back to school. Okay, everybody wants a degree at the end, but you have to put in the hard work in the middle. You got to keep going. And I'm telling you, about that second year, you're just like done. You're like, I am so sick of this. I'm so done. I don't want to do this anymore. Then you're doing your internship. You're like, I'm working for free. I'm not getting nothing out of it. And then you're like 3 years later and you're like, I remember when I was doing my internship, I had a situation like this. We handled it like this and blah, blah. So you do, just because you're not monetarily getting paid for something does not mean it is not of a benefit to you. So Taurus, that's kind of what I'm getting. Whatever you're starting new, you're very excited about. And I'm not going to say anxious. I'm going to say excited, because excited is another way of saying anxious. I mean, we might be excited as fuck over here, get a little nervous and stuff, but we're still excited because we don't know what's out there. And that's why you have to harness that night vision. That's why you have to see in the darkness to see where you're going, okay? Sometimes that darkness is sometimes the best place to be. Now, I do want to do some clarifiers because I want to see what Genesis is about in the present. And I need to see if it's from this deck. No. From this deck? No. Historic. Okay. Show me what. Oh, God, that flew out. Boundaries. You need to rewrite the story on boundaries. I know. I have a 2-year-old. We sing for everything. We sing when we brush our teeth. We sing when we walk into the car. I have a song for everything. It's kind of ridiculous. And then I'm sorry that I'm singing for you guys too. So you see this man getting up on this ladder, right? And he's headed up. He's leaving that little nagger, that person down there that just nags. And you can't do that. You're not good enough. You'll never make it. And he's going for that castle in the sky, right? So that's kind of what you're going to do. You're leaving that old story of you're not good enough to be a leader. You're not good enough to do that. No one's going to believe you're authentic. No one's going to believe that that's really you. How are people going to trust in you? You're leaving that, whether it's a person, whether it's your mindset, you are leaving it behind because boundaries are necessary in order to move forward. Now, in this deck, boundaries attributed, I have to check. I forget the numbers on these cards. Give me a moment. To the number 5. So we had the number 5 there, and we also had the number 5 with deep knowing. You are clearing out energy. So as you clear, my friend, you will need some salt baths. You will need some sage. You got to clear it, okay? Get rid of it. There's going to be new opportunities coming to you, and they're going to be a damn dirty victory with the 6 of Wands. You're going to walk all the way through that stuff, okay? And it's got to be a healthy emotional boundary. Like, have, some realistic boundaries, okay? I hate when I work with my students and they're like, well, I'm never going to miss another day of school. Really? Never? Can we be realistic here? You done missed 20 days already. Can we shoot for 15? I mean, let's be reasonable so we can accomplish the goal. And usually we get it down to 5 days. They're like, well, okay, how much 5 days? And I'm like, okay, 5 is good. Once a week. Come on, let's go for that. Once a week, I get it. You need a mental health day. I work with high school kids too. So, it's about negotiating your boundaries, but things that are going to be respected and honored, not only by others, but that you respect and you honor your own boundaries also. Okay? And that's what you're going to rewrite about. It's just time to move on and move out. Some of y'all are really literally moving out. Now, the hidden influence that we got is that victory, baby. Ain't nothing but what is that Harlem Shuffle that you got going on over there? You are celebrating and you are strong because the advice is to stay strong. Fight whatever it is. Go for the gold. Go for it. Protect your home. You see the Zigguitar in the back. That's like that's like your home right there. And you're protecting it no matter what. And you're strong. And you got this. Okay? The outcome, the 8 of Pentacles reverse. I want to see what that is about. Hold on. Gosh, Anna Stark is really coming through for you today, huh? Woo! And it flew out. It flew out. I wish you could see. Rainbow Dragon, okay? So not only are you having the boundaries come through, but now we got the Rainbow Dragon coming out. And this is what's really happening at the end. You have to learn how to do this. This is attributed to the number 6 because it's 24. So this is about the past. This is about moving forward. And it says floating with golden ascension rays. The rainbow dragon is making you aware of what is needed for you to act in truth and honesty, bringing that vibration from your higher self. So it's moving the negative blocks and karmic debris. It's moving those things. It's taking them out of the way. And it's making you powerful and unstoppable. It's like you are going to accomplish your dreams. You're going to learn these new skills. You're going to get rid of anxiety and you're going to move forward with excitement. Okay? Now, honesty is going to be really needed in your life when you begin to unburden yourself. You're cleaning yourself out and you're really having to look at yourself for who you are. Now you've got to look at yourself and say, well, I've been taking all of this out. What am I going to put in? And that is where you rewrite your story. All right, Taurus. So kind of looking at the colors on this dragon. I'm going to bring it a little bit closer. And I'm going to tell you what the colors represent. So pink and purple, if you're attracted to the pink and purple, that is Archangel Camael and Zadkiel, okay? And those are about relationships. And this is about grounding, being practical, being balanced in harmony, right? Life cycles. If you're attracted to the white light that's in there, that's with breath and meditation. And that is about Archangel Gabriel coming in to help you learn, to help you understand. If you're attracted to the water, which is blue, the blue background is that. And that's accessing and freeing emotion. And that's connected to Archangel Meikle. Also clearing space for him, okay? If you're attracted to the red and orange on this card, that is you needing to find your passion and also praying with Uriel and Haniel. Now, the purple by itself is spirit, and that's placing you on your life direction, harmonizing your yin and your yang, okay? So it's about getting in balance, and that you could use with Archangel Zarakiel, okay? Now this is the rainbow dragon, and this is coming through, okay? This is coming through, and it's like cleansing that energy, and it's asking you to release the karmic energy, release those burdens, and realize how much power and control you have in the situation. Now, the overall energy is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So you might have felt like you have invested so much time and energy in something that has not worked out. But sometimes those things can be a blessing in disguise. So this is where you reassess. You say, okay, that didn't work in the past. However, I still am going to start over, and I'm going to do it a different way. I have a plan now. I can move forward. And that is how December looks like the energy is going to move for you. So hopefully it made sense to you. Now, I did have 2 cards that just wanted to come out for you when I was asking the decks. And you just had a random card from the Shaman of Oracle wanted to come out. And it was the Dancer of Friendship. I'm going to put that over strength because sometimes strength is old friends coming back, okay? Be aware of false friends and surround yourself with real friends. What about your friends? Check them. Make sure that they're respecting your boundaries and you're respecting theirs. But this is about strength and unity, strength in numbers, finding new directions, being like in companionship, in a community, and being honest, okay? Being really honest. And one of the hands of the people that's drawn there, it's a mirror. And it's for you to kind of look at yourself in that mirror and see how you measure up to this situation or to this relationship. Now, what I found interesting was when I went through and the native oracle was like, yes, it's time for us to speak. And what came out was smudging ceremony. I was like, oh, hell, we are letting go of the past. We are getting rid of all this karmic debris for 2018. This is going to be your opportunity, okay? Really start doing that cleaning physically in your home, mentally in your mind, and emotionally in your spirit, and start looking at what you really want to keep and what you don't. And this is where you have to really be honest with yourself. And I think this is why honesty keeps coming out for you, Taurus. It's like, be real. What do you want? What are you doing to get there? And let go of the stuff that is not working. And I find it interesting that you keep getting cleansing, purifying, detoxing. But I do remember your 2018 read, and it was straight fire. So I'm saying you got to do the work. It's not just going to happen on its own. You know, you got to do it. It's like people will say, oh, well, I'm just waiting for my blessing. But what are you doing to get the blessing? Are you doing your part? Are you meeting your creator halfway? Are you doing the work that you need to do? It just doesn't fall on your lap all the time. Sometimes you do got to put in that work. All right. So those were just 2 extra messages that came out for you. Your Saturn card, which happens on December 22nd. I kind of tie this to your karmic card in a way. You have Know Thyself from Delphi, and it's located in Phocis, Greece. Okay. It wanted me to talk to you from the present as opposed from the past. But in the past, it's talking about you really got to know who you are. Okay. Now, in the present, it's like time to trust your psychic abilities. It's time to realize that you can be an oracle for yourself and others. Don't fear your abilities. Trust those visions because you're the tiger right now. Trust those downloads you're getting, okay? And Apollo supports you, offering his sacred symbol of victory, the laurel crown. You got this, all right? You have this, Taurus. You just have to be brave enough to stop believing the past stories. Stop believing, oh, well, I failed at this and I didn't do this right and this never happened right. F that. Leave that alone. Move forward. Let's go. All right? And that rainbow dragon, it ain't going to wait for you. You're going to go or you're going to get left behind. It's your choice, okay? So harness the energy from Saturn that's trying to bring you these like extra messages this month, extra support, and it's kind of making you look at yourself and say, you know what? I didn't succeed that time, but I bet you if I went about it a different way, I could succeed, okay? Now, in the upper world, I'm just telling you this because I wanted to share this with you, and the pendulum said go on ahead, it was okay. You're being called to seek out a place where you can sit quietly and listen to messages for your soul to connect. And I'm going to say it's more than likely going to be around water, okay? So don't feel like you can't speak up for yourself. Don't feel like other people are smarter than you. You are just right up there with them, if not more, okay? Because wisdom is what this card is about, and that is your energy focus coming from Saturn, is harnessing previous wisdom, putting it in the present to propel you for your future. All right? So that is your Reid, and then your sacred stone. That is not that one. Where did it go? Okay, here it is. I was like, wait a minute. That is not it. It's Atacamite, okay? It's for self-motivation, cleansing, look at that, and enthusiasm. Working with our sense of self, Atacamite's energy encourages independence and awareness. It works with the heart chakra and Anahata. So that's probably where we have a lot of cleaning to do. Choking on my words. It brings love into our lives in many forms, helping us learn to differentiate between the ego and our greater service to the universe, okay? It allows us to truly understand ourselves and be able to express and achieve our dreams and goals. Now, physically, it's good for the thyroid and the nervous system. It helps relieve stress. And it's great for the immune system and heart. And tiger's also for the immune system. So drawing this card indicates it's time to add some energy, some pep in your step, and drive to achieving our dreams. How can you bring forward a sense of enthusiasm and expansiveness into your purpose? How are you going to rid yourself of the boo-boo caca that's going on around you in your past and rewrite that story, Taurus? That's what it's about this month. All right, so big hugs, Taurus. Lots and lots of love. If you're interested in a personal or private read, hit me up at arianaluciano@gmail.com or on the gram at Ariana Luciano. Be blessed, fam.